It's been 4 months, and I haven't written anything since. They demand highly of the content, the best content ever written. I feel so numb inside. I am barely alive. Why do I feel like my soul has been absorbed by my stomach? I feel I am being cannibalized. I am barely alive. My parents asked me this morning about my well-being. They could sense that something is wrong. They urged me to visit a doctor. But do I need to get well? I am dying inside. My walls are crashing down. I can't bear the pain. I can't bear the pain of the numbness. The growing distance between Steve and I is going to be the end of me one day. The publishers have me on the chokehold. How do I write when I barely feel anything? I remember how badly I wanted to be a writer. How I always dreamt of being known for my writing. But am I not being too callous for giving them access to my vulnerable state? Suddenly, I feel like I need to shut down the doors of communication. I don't ever want to initiate conversations with anybody. Steve is ruining me. I can feel it in my very core. I can't pretend to be sane anymore. I dread to see my parents find me in such a miserable state. I don't wish to live anymore. But I promised myself this book will be a masterpiece. My last book was a hit as well, but in the back of my mind, a voice always tells me that I can do better, that I'm a worthless piece of shit. All my sisters have been married and are leading happy lives. At least it seems so. And here I am, rotting for a boy who doesn't give a shit about me. I blame him for my insanity, but I am the one to be held responsible for my insanity, as they claim. LOL. I read on the internet last week. People are speculating why I always choose an open ending for my books. To be honest, I myself don't have an answer to that. If I sit for hours, locked in a room, and ruminate, I'd say that I love the feeling of numbness choking a person. Why would I let a character have a happy ending when I wasn't happy for once? I need to text Steve. I need to talk to him. I know how my friends are completely against the idea of Steve being around me, but I cannot spare being in such a miserable state. I need to feel him. For the very last time, if that be. Here I text him. How does it feel to ruin me?
You are crazy. What the hell are you talking about?
I am crazy, am I? You can no longer drug me and make me think I'm crazy.
Stella, what are you talking about? Wake up. You have never been sane in your entire life. Or at least I don't recall.
You don't ever have time for me. Am I that unworthy of your affection? Steve, I don't wish to fight. We always fight. All of my readers want a happy ending from my previous book. Let us complete the story, I beg. I haven't written anything for months.
You haven't yet had it enough? When will you stop using me for your books?
I use you? Are you in your senses?
Stop playing the victim, Stella, for fuck's sake.
I love you, Steve. Please come back.
What do you want of me? Please, I beg, leave me alone. I am literally tired of your scheming. Set me free, I beg.
You make it sound like I am the villain in our story.
You literally are. I don't understand why the fuck I am speaking to you even. I need to go, Stella. Bye.
Go? Where? Oh, I know where. You're going to her, right? Wasn't one time enough for you? How many times do you need to fuck her?
What are you even talking about?
It's always been the ignorance, the obliviousness. Do you think I am oblivious to everything that has been going on behind my back? Or that you think I am too dumb to recognize your obliviousness?
Can you for one time put off this writer tone of yours? Just be clearer. Whatever shit you need to say, just make it clear enough for me to understand.
You have been sleeping with my sister behind my back, and you think I wouldn't come to my senses and know of it? She is my sister, Steve. How could you? Was I not enough for you? How did she turn you on? Is it her submissive, polite-toned voice that got you captivated? Or is it your lust for her?
I am at my limit. Shut up.
I should shut up? No, you pervert should listen to me. She is just 17. I could file a report against you. I bet you wouldn't want that.
What do you need from me, Stella?
I need you to be honest with me. I have been waiting for months to get a good conclusion for my story. I can barely think of any plot. I have been doing worse than ever. I can't get you off my mind. We haven't divorced yet. However, I feel so distant. Can we get back to the good days? You cheated on me with my own sister. I could forgive everything. Just come back to me.
I think we had enough. I am letting your sister know about it. You need to stop acting this way. We can't ever be together.
Don't talk this way. I beg. We can work it out. Is it because you have grown apart from me sexually, and you find my sister more appealing? Tell me what she does. I will literally embody her to keep you.
You are so desperate. This is a shame. You need to take some rest. We will speak later.
No. Steve, don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone again. Do you have any idea what I went through when I caught you red-handed? I could barely believe my eyes. I don't forgive my sister. She is the one probably who led you on.
She didn't lead me on. It was mutually consented. And I dread doing it to you. Who I cheated on never did deserve it. I acted out frivolously, and I have been regretting it ever since.
We can make it all right.
Nothing could ever be all right, Stella. Lexi, you there?
No. Why did you text me?
It's your sister again. Have you not been checking up on her lately? She's back to her phase. She is more miserable than ever.
We haven't been much in contact since the incident. Is she fine? I mean, I read her recently published book. Did you consent to her to write another book based on us?
No, but I think that's her only way of coping.
Coping? For what shit? After what she did? How do you justify her behavior? Oh, wait. You are the root cause of everything. LOL.
Lexi, I know what I did, but letting her on her own after knowing everything is a foolish act. Truism is good, but not to the extent that it could kill someone.
Huh? Says who? Literally makes me laugh. Funny how you were still in contact with her. And same goes for me. I should have blocked your number.
Should I tell her the truth?
Don't you think that would potentially deter her mental health?
What else could we do? How long do we go on pretending? She needs to know.
Do whatever you want. I am out. Call me selfish. I don't care. I feel that you two should sort your own drama out.
You should keep this thing in mind, that Stella is a well-known author now. She could tarnish our images in the blink of an eye.
Do you think I am scared of her? You can act like a rat, but don't expect me to be the same way.
Did I ever tell you that I loved you?
Shut up! Why are you bringing up this drama all of a sudden? I am not letting you take away my sympathy. You are not allowed in my life anymore. It is only because of my sister that I haven't yet blocked you. You are one of the reasons my sister has ended up the way she is now. Do you have any freaking idea how it feels to form feelings of disgust for your biological sister, the one I grew up with? Had you never come in any of our lives, we would have been salvaged. Go deal with your own shit.
I am sorry, Lexi.
Deal with your own apologies. I became so anxious when I didn't get a reply from him. This is so unhealthy, I realize, but I can't concentrate on anything at the moment. God, I feel like I'm drowning, but I'm not dying. I am breathless. I want to get it done quickly. I want to die, but I cannot. Somebody comes and saves me. Writing has become my unhealthy coping mechanism, if you ask me. I feel better when I write, but at times I hyperventilate when I put too much emotion into writing. I feel so burned out. What is wrong with me? What went wrong? I could never forget the day I confronted my husband cheating on me with my own sister. They always looked happy together. Did I pose a threat to their way of attaining pleasure? I feel miserable. I am not the villain in the story. I know. I am probably the victim. But I haven't spoken to my sister in a long time. I would always ask my parents about her whereabouts and why she doesn't come back home. They never give me a proper answer. They always insist on me visiting a doctor or a psychiatrist. My parents are just like my husband. They want to drug me up and make me insane. They are jealous of my success.
Stella, are you there?
Oh God, I have been so anxious. I feel that I literally can't live without you. You left me to read and didn't come back. My heart was palpitating so fast I was surrounded by pessimism. Where are you? Did you think it through? You love me, right?
You need to hear the truth.
What truth? I know, you regret cheating on me, right? But like I always said, we are destined to be together. I can forgive everything. We can again be together.
Stop acting like the victim.
I am literally the victim.
Listen to me patiently. It could make you feel uncomfortable, or you could get a shock.
What are you talking about, Steve? LOL. You are funny.
We cheated together on your sister. It's your sister who should be feeling this way, not you.
Ha ha, funny. You were again at your job? Making me feel insane? I don't believe anything you say.
Not long ago, you were diagnosed with split personality disorder and amnesia. You have been acting the victim all along, when your sister is the one who should be acting that way. I knew about your weakness, your mental health issues. I wanted to take advantage of the situation. Your sister was pregnant, and lack of intimacy was driving me mad. You came in the way then. I knew that if I was intimate with you at that moment, your amnesia would make you forget it in a few days, and also that nobody would believe you in the house because of your poor mental health.
Haha. What?
Your sister went to the hospital that day, and your parents went with her as well. I came home early from the office that day. You were in your room, asleep. I couldn't resist it. I held you, and you didn't like my touch. I groped you then, and, at one point, I believed you were liking it too. Days went by, and you started acting crazier. You were about to expose me, so I started injecting drugs in you, and I would blame it on your friends. Funny how everybody believed me until one day you fell sick. You were brought to the hospital, and after running some tests on you, the doctor confirmed you were pregnant. Your mental health was worse. You have been through so much for me, and I am so sorry.
I don't know what to say. Why don't I remember anything?
As I said, you have amnesia. Your sister that time had a miscarriage, and you had to go through an abortion. Your parents got to know about the whole thing when they ran a DNA test. But that was not the last straw I drew. I blamed it all on you. I told them that you led me on. I told them that you forced me to be intimate with you. I lost my wife because of what I did. Lexi and I were separated after that incident. You could not grieve that moment. You were emotionally abused and needed a coping mechanism, the doctor said. You started writing. You were so submerged in your thoughts and grief that you became delusional. To cope with it all and forgive yourself, you started believing that you are Lexi and I was your husband. Your novels started being recognized by people, and you were totally in the character of Lexi. The doctor said that you need to be under medication, but you were traumatized at the thought of it, because I would drug you up. Your sister moved out. We haven't been in contact since. I'm glad she left me, but I ruined your life. You need to be away from me. I won't ever be able to forgive myself for what I did to you and your sister. I am so sorry, Stella, for your situation. But you should know that you are not to be blamed, not even your mental sickness. I was the villain. I always have been.
I am numb. The numbness has again taken over me. This time I am paralyzed by time, by words. I have been waiting all this time for a plot, and all along I have been the main character. I was delusional? Delusional to the extent that I started living my life as my sister? I feel sick. No, I need to throw up. What is going on?
I can only recall fragments of what had happened from the scene. I remember I had abdominal pain for days, and nobody ever told me what had happened. Wait, did all of them support the act of Steve? My sister abandoned me for something I did not do? I have been in my mind all along? Am I even real? I don't believe in myself. I don't believe any of the things that have been going on with me. Why would my sister abandon me when I was abused by you? She is traumatized as well. She couldn't see you in that condition. I bet she even felt pity for you.
Pity? All of you used me, threw me off like a piece of crumbled paper. And you say people pitied my situation? You raped me. I will file suit against you. You ruined me, truly. I was your sister-in-law. I was sick. I was mentally unstable to perceive anything. And my parents saved your ass? My sister left me for shit I did not do?
I am sorry, Stella. Please forgive me. I have been promoted as the manager of my company. Do not ruin my life, I beg.
How many other girls went through the same? How many other girls did you abuse? You are a menace. You need to be put behind bars. You will pay your price. I will not let this go so easily.
Please, I beg.
I went to therapy to recall the repressed memories. I broke down in front of the therapist. All my life, I manipulated myself into believing that I had been living in an imaginary world. But atrocious things have happened to me. I have been abused for a long time and wasn't even aware of it. My parents treated me like I was a burden to them. My sister hates me for ruining her marriage. I don't deserve to live this way. I didn't deserve any of it. I was hoping to give up my life, and for what? Grief still takes over me. I called the police on Steve. I told them everything that had happened to me. My therapist was there to give witness based on whatever I said in the therapy session. Steve has been arrested, and I disappointed my sister and parents more than ever. They probably hate me more, and I probably never wish to come in contact with my sister. It's funny how all my life I have been living in a book where I was the main character but came off as the side character. I was being controlled and written by my mental illnesses, Steve, and my family. I am grossed at the thought of calling them my family. Funny how I finally found the plot I have been seeking for so long. I have found my masterpiece.